Okay, so today's update is not just on the greenhouse, but actually what's inside the greenhouse. So a couple things have changed. Me still learning how to use a greenhouse and how to get it to be effective and not kill my plants. I ended up having to purchase a shade for it. This is just a shade off of Amazon. It's a 70% shade. What I did not know was that for sure plants hate too much heat and too much sun. So, I mean, yeah, that's common sense, but you figure a greenhouse, put your plants in there and everything's gonna be fine. No, I actually also bought a thermometer, and the first day that I had got the thermometer, I did not have the sunshade. The inside temperature got up to 132. So that definitely was showing me that I was doing something wrong. So right now, again, and this one I got off of Amazon too. I mean, everything's basically off of Amazon what I need. It shows the temperature, the max and the minimum. The max isn't, I do believe, for the day. I think it's for maybe like the month. So it got up to 132, it's 133. The minimum has gone down to 64 degrees. And again, that doesn't show for each day. I guess it's just keeping highs and lows until I reset it. But before I go into what's inside here, I wanted to show you a couple things that I did. Again, this is the Harbor Freight. Everybody calls it a 6x8 or 8x6, but it's actually 8.5 by 6 3 inches. So when I got this sunshade, it's actually a bit longer, and I do like that because on this side that gets more sun. The other side that's close to the shed doesn't get as much sun. So it's basically top and this big side. And right now the sun is up on this side. So what I did is I left this area here where the plants are so it can get actual sun. And what I did is I started from this side, and this side again doesn't need to be as protected much as the other side because it's got the shed here. But I went over and left a little loop there, came over, and then what I did is I picked it up a little bit off the ground, but I doubled it. I brought it back up, and this right here is 2 times the protection. I do have my windows open, but what's cool is I see a lot of people having problems with attaching sunscreens to especially this kind of greenhouse, and what I did was something extremely simple. So I took the eye loops and the snaps that actually go to the greenhouse. That's where I attached it to. Now at the bottom, some of them I did stake in, so that way it is obviously secured at the bottom. But all in all, what I did, and on this side, all I did was the place that I folded it, I actually secured it into the other side where it doesn't actually have a hole or anything, but I just secured each eyelet or eye, whatever they're called, with a little bitty tiny, my goodness, oh my god, can't remember what those are called, but I know what they're called. And on the top, I really didn't do any kind of securing. Basically, what I secured was the outer. Again, you can see here, the outer layer, not the outer layer, but the outer seam. I connected those to the clips that are already used. Yeah, that's what I did all the way around. So the sun screen shade thing actually does help a lot. I do have to open up the windows a bit more because I had them closed a little bit because we did get the big storm, and I did not want the big storm ripping off the windows or having too much air in here and moving anything. So in here, what did I do? Okay, so I've done a couple things in here. I still have plenty of room, but what I ended up doing is I transplanted some of the smaller plants that were in their own little containers into somewhat big containers, and so far they're looking pretty good. I'm still wondering what, well, see, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 plants here, I'm not really sure what they are. They used to look like this. This has a bunch of leaves, and what I did, I was so dumb, I took out the plant and shook the dirt off and transplanted them again, and almost all the leaves on them died, and it looks like they're trying to come back. I can't remember what these were. If somebody recognizes the leaves on these, let me know. I really don't know. I don't. I know I planted squash, cauliflower, lettuce. I think it was Buttercrisp lettuce. And again, when I planted stuff, I did not mark it because I did not think that it was going to survive. So this one right here, I really need to transplant to something else, but I'm scared that I'll do the same as I did with these and kill it, or at least damage them. I think these are beets or radishes, I'm not sure. What are these? Anybody know? I'm doing a close-up. These over here, I think they're squash, or let's see. So I have 3 plants that I'm kind of confused on. The yellow squash, the green squash, and cucumbers. So I have this plant here, and I have this plant here. Now these 2 are the same plant, and these 2 are the same plant. So I'm not sure if they're squash or if they're cucumber. So if you know, leave it in the comments and let me know what I'm dealing with. The, let's see, pepperoncinis are doing pretty good. My tomatillos are starting to do excellent. I do have to get those transplanted soon into bigger containers. All of these things in here are beef tomatoes. They're definitely late in the season. I know. Some of them didn't come up, some of them did. I think the last rainstorm demolished my strawberries. I don't even see any green on there. I still have little mint coming in. Come on, mint, you can do it. Let's see, down here I have a container of carrots. I know I'm not supposed to have 1,000 carrots in a container, but I got mad and just threw 2 bags of seeds in there. And I have been just waiting. Maybe I'll get a whole bunch of baby carrots, who knows. My cilantro is growing. It's still looking sad. And then this plant here, does anybody know what this is? Not really sure. And then over here I have my green beans. Green beans, look, there's a little flower. Yeah, I added some more supports. Let's see, what do I got? And then back, oh, something back there is eating on my plant. I'm almost out of my spray. Come on. I'll try to open the bottle, then get at least a couple more sprays out of it. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like putting stuff on their plants, but Yeah, I gotta buy some more plant filter so that way it doesn't get eaten. Let's see, what else? So, down here I have Anaheim, jalapeno, serrano, and poblano peppers. These 4 over here. Then I have another green bean plant. I did take some white onion bulbs and stick them in there. Maybe they'll grow, maybe they won't. Don't know, have to find out. And then all my tomato plants. Let's see, all of them. Let's see, are these all my tomato plants? Yes, sirree, I do believe they are. I got them in the bigger containers. Let's get them in the middle so they can get some sun. Yep, so some of them already have tomatoes, and I put some of the bamboo in there to help keep them tall. I have lots of different tomatoes. I have cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, early girl tomatoes. Let's see. Yep, lots of tomatoes. Hopefully they don't die. I see that they're starting to do this. So I don't know what that means, but I need to get them watered, and everything is looking okay. I mean, my greenhouse still has green stuff in there, so and then also I've been kind of confused with greenhouses because I know you usually have to let like bees and everything in here to pollinate, I guess, like the flowers and stuff. And then I watched a video and somebody said that if you used an electric toothbrush, and because I mean, I don't know how bees and that are, we don't have a lot of bees here, so I don't know how bees are going to get in and out of here, or wasp or whatever does the pollination. But somebody told me that if you use an electric toothbrush, it kind of mimics the bees. If you know anything about that, let me know, because definitely I'm going to need, I guess, help pollinating in here. I can't very well leave my door open because we definitely have a lot of critters out here. Rabbit, deer, or just anything and everything. Squirrel, I mean, just anything that'll come into a greenhouse and just dig it up and destroy it. So I can't leave this open. I might later get a wire mesh door so that way insects can go in and out, but again, I don't want snakes and that going in there, so I might have to build something with a solid bottom. You know, surprise, there's a snake in your greenhouse. But okay, anybody who's got any tips or tricks, gardening, whatever, let me know. When I go back inside, I'll do a video. I also did get my solar fan in today, and I do have, it's a double panel solar panel that will charge on both sides, so that's super cool. And having some more ventilation in here will definitely help the plants. I do need to get a little bit more organized, because every time I water the stuff that I don't want water to get into, I take out. I actually now have a cool water hose over here with the mister and the spray, so that way whenever I mist and spray, I don't have to keep walking back and forth to the water line. It's right here, so that's really cool. So I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to water, and then I'll be right back, and we'll see how the water in the mist helps with the temperature. Right now it's 93 and 45% humidity, so I'll be right back. Okay, so trying not to damage the plants and the leaves watering. I do have it on mist, but mist still seems like it's pretty strong. So I'm doing a quick mist and then a watering right directly to the plant. And especially like this plant here that's got a lot of little plants on it. I'm trying to be very careful not to drown or disturb anything. And then I'm just trying to keep everything going nice and moist, not trying to drown anything. If it already looks moist, I'm just going to kind of dab it a little bit so that way it stays cool when it gets warm. A little bit of a squirt. And again, I've never grown carrots before in my life, so I really wish I knew what some of these were. Like I said, I know what I planted, I just don't know what's what. So from your guys' gardening experience, what do you think? What needs more water? What doesn't need water? What are your tips and tricks for a enclosed greenhouse to help get stuff pollinated? Have you ever used the electric toothbrush when you didn't have bees around? What happens? What does it mean when you've got tomato plants that are going green? Is that just because I transplanted them, do you think? I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't need a lot of water. What do you guys put in your plant base? I mean, I've seen people that say they put like different kinds of salts and stuff. I mean, is there certain fertilizers that you would use more than other ones? So, yep, I did end up taking my cactus out for a little bit, so that way it does actually get the outside sun, because it loves the outside sun. And this one did root, the other one rotted, and I had to throw it away. This one looks like it's got little roots coming out of it, and I'm hoping this one grows, because really I want cactus plants so I don't have to keep buying them from the store. I'm gonna probably end up buying a couple more from the store if that one works out well and get me some cactus plants growing. But let's see, just doing a quick spray. The temperature went from 93 and it's 86 degrees now, and the humidity went from 44 to 75, 74-ish. I have the windows all the way cracked, and the air is coming through the door. So I'm just going to do one more quick spray around to keep it cool, because it's going to be kind of like the hottest part of the day, and I just want everything all nice and moist and all the plants happy, warm but cool, if that makes sense. And if you see me doing something wrong, or a no-no, or hey, do this instead of that, you can leave a comment, please. Definitely try to be considerate and nice about it, because again, I know I'm a newbie, and I know there's probably things that I'm not doing right, but hey, you know what, everybody starts at the beginning. And all right, so that's the greenhouse and the inside of the greenhouse. And I'm gonna put everything up. So leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you think about the greenhouse. Ideas about getting the sunshade on the greenhouse, fan, you know, temperature gauges, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you do in your greenhouse, and you know, how do you get more room. You know, I'd like to put some shelves in here for stuff that I can hang or, you know, keep in here. But all right, I'm rambling, but this is the end of this video, and I'll update later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.